Hello, welcome to your spring season forecast videos for the vernal equinox beginning March 20th through June 21st, 2019. Of course, if you're watching this below the equator, then happy fall. I am recording this from Los Angeles, so I am in the northern hemisphere, but either way, the equinox signifies the time of year where the seasons shift to equal day and equal night. On a personal level, we are beginning to balance the winter's darkness of hibernation with the summer's vibrant light of activity. You may begin to sense on a deeper level some anticipation for upcoming changes at this time. So for these forecast videos, I will be drawing from the Hanson-Roberts Tarot, the Archangel Power Oracle cards, the Healing with the Angels Oracle cards, and finally the Secret Language of color cards and the dream cards, which I used in the yearly prediction videos. Also, because I feel like it, I will be reading reversals with the tarot for this particular video. I am also open to suggestions on reading from other decks. So if there's a particular one that you want me to read from that I have, feel free to make suggestions. I welcome your comments. So if there's anything you want more of, let me know. I'm a little bit reticent recording this during the retrograde, but let's just see how this goes. Hopefully everything will go smoothly. So anyway, keep in mind that these are general forecasts based on your sun, moon, or ascendant. So if you need more of a personalized reading with me, feel free to book a reading through my website, SunGoddessAshley.com, where you can also see the other services that I offer. The link to my site is posted in the description box below. Okay, so let's get started with your readings. Cancer, let's see what spring has in store for you. Okay, so with the tarot, I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross to get the overall vibe of spring. Here we go. Three of Cups again in the center. Oh, I just got this for the Gemini video. So a lot of Gemini's, Cancers can be very social, a lot of hanging out with friends. I feel like it's a bit different for the Cancers though. There's more of less just sort of peers, and it's more like you're going to connect with specific people with a purpose here for it talks about classes, it talks about spiritual teachings, so maybe some sort of spiritual group or religious group. It looks like there's people that sort of hold with your belief system. So it's everyone's sort of sharing that. I actually feel like this is a good card. I feel a really wonderful spread here. Okay, interesting. Also some similarities with Aries. Okay, so you have the Sun here, which is about joy, optimism, hope, good things. It's just a really good time. I feel like a lot of Cancers are going to have a really amazing season. I feel like maybe it hasn't been as great for the past year or so, maybe even a bit more, but it does talk about really loving life, having a lot of joy, a lot of blessings. I see the blessings here with the Star card. In the future, it's you kind of get a lot of it's showing you getting your faith back. Showing you getting your faith back about something. I do believe something shook you. Maybe shook your belief system, made you question what you believe about other people, about yourself. It did come from relationships, specifically a romantic relationship, but it also could be friends as well. Anyone that's very close to you, where you intimately share details, things, or your bodies, right? With the Lovers. It does talk about, and also it's sort of in the past. Now what I'm getting here with the Five of Rods is you kind of integrating yourself back into other groups or groups that you may have stepped away from for a while. I actually feel like this is a really good position. It shows where things are kind of up in the air when it's upright. when it's reversed, it's like things have come together. It's like everyone's kind of on the same page. You find your people and things just sort of click for you in the spring. That's what I'm seeing so far. The Justice card talks about you being a little bit more serious about your approach to life and to relationships and to your goals and to yourself. And I see that you are actually like, you're putting yourself, like you're putting a lot of rules on yourself. This may be good or bad. I don't know. It's not really a judgment here. But it just looks like you're adhering to rules, like being more strict with your daily routines or your beliefs or how you operate, right? Okay. And it's fair. It's what you need, is what it looks like. The Eight of Rods here does talk about like miscommunications. It talks about no communication. So that's at the core. A lot of times this could just be TMI too, just like too much information all at once, and you're like feeling, whoa, overwhelmed. Either way, I do feel like there is someone special that you're going to be meeting in like a spiritual group. The Knight of Pentacles comes through. It feels like a really reliable person. Someone who's very careful, someone who's very smart, and really good with like business as well. Very practical, grounded, down-to-earth person showing up for you in the springtime. They may be giving you something of value as well, whether it's a gift or a tangible item, or just something. It's like, it could be some knowledge that they're giving you. But it's like wisdom. You end up taking that and you grow spiritually. The Star card is all about that. I feel like you're going to be, I feel like it's more of a friend though. I want to say it's like romance, but it feels more like a friend because you've got it next to the Star card. So they're helping you advance in life. And it talks about having faith as well. Getting your faith back, like faith in humanity or whatever that is. The Ten of Cups reversed, hopes and fears. Again, sort of, I feel like a part of you like wants to believe like you belong somewhere, but feeling like you don't, or you may be sort of outcast or the black sheep. So you're sort of struggling with that. The Ace of Rods reversed does talk about wanting to start something or wanting to get something going. And it's like you're kind of being met with some resistance for some reason. So if things don't go exactly the way that you're trying to make them go, it's like have faith because it's going in the direction it needs to or it should, right? Okay. I always see the Ace of Wands as well as like being burnt out. So maybe there's something here that has to do with the Eight of Rods where you're like, okay, well, that's too much information. You do have like a lot of wands in your spread. So creativity, ambition, drive, courage, all of those things have to do with sort of that stamina. It's like saying, feeling like you're feeling kind of burned out here by the end of spring, it looks like, for whatever reason. Okay, so that was my interpretation of what I see here in the tarot. I'm going to then draw a few cards for each month. So we'll do the rest of March, April, May, and June with the oracle cards. And I'm really kind of just looking for the message and if any cards happen to repeat or show up again as they are here. Let's see, Cancer, March, April, May, June. Okay, it does talk about a relationship kind of going south, and I feel like that's possibly happened for a lot of Cancers already, because it does talk about March being like really a lot of stress, and I do feel like it's like related to this relationship. So I feel like it's sort of out with the old and with the new, but I feel like the new is more trying to get you back on a path where you can believe that, you know, relationships are right for me, or like I'm worthy of love, or whatever that is. So it does talk about here your worry being an unnecessary release. Feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Focus on thoughts focus your thoughts on the outcome that you desire, not the one that you fear, right? So this is kind of that what if card. And when a lot of times when we don't know what's going to happen, we tend to fill it in with negative things instead of like, how could this possibly exceed my expectations? It shows you kind of being tempted to go down a dark path here, but Spirit is blocking you and saying, no, you can't go down that way. Don't go that way anymore. It's sort of like emotional cutting is what I see. It's saying, go this way. Go towards the light where it's not so dark and spooky. Okay, so it says there is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. Again, sort of like you meeting the right people, your like tribe of people. Instead of going it alone or going down a dark path, it shows you sort of meeting with like a spiritual uplifting community, maybe even like a small group, and I see someone coming in that's going to help you move on, help you complete things. You have the World card here, a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth, Star card, and insight. Okay. Then this is such a beautiful card for June. Solutions, which is the Temperance card in the tarot. So things coming back into balance with this. So it's like things come to completion and then you sort of have that harmony again within yourself. So success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. The Two of Cups is the overall theme for spring. It says, two hearts dedicating to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love, including yourself, right? Okay. I feel like someone's going to bring the faith back. Someone's going to bring the hope back for a lot of you Cancers for spring. Okay. Let's see what we got here. The message for Cancers from the Healing Angels. Nope, I just want one card. Here we go. Forgiveness. Okay. This card. Forgiving and healing energy. Forgiveness. Beautiful. Just because you're able to forgive somebody doesn't mean that what they did was like okay. It's not sort of signing off on that saying, oh, it's fine, they treated me badly and I feel bad now. It's letting them off the hook for their ignorance and letting you off the hook for needing to learn that lesson. Being able to move on talks about forgiveness and not to be so harsh with yourself or other people. Justice card talks about compassion and having more compassion, forgiveness, being lenient. Okay, so I'm going to see what color card resonates with Cancers this spring. Red. Free yourself from pain. Forgiveness, free yourself from pain. Moving on, healing, all of these themes are really coming up so that you can shine. You can have happier days. And it looks like maybe towards the end of spring, you really get your vitality back. Okay, at least that's the goal here. Okay, going to then pull a closing message here for Cancers. I do feel like it's this one. Trusting. Now, it does look like that sort of light here is like the Sun card here, which is hope, optimism, joy. But it also kind of looks like the Fool card, where he's sort of jumping off the edge of the mountain here in complete faith that Spirit will catch him or her. So it's about having faith, trusting, believing. And one of the themes that I did get here was about someone bringing back the faith within you. Okay, restoring that. So it says, I have faith and confidence in myself. I am committed to my relationships and trust those who are close to me. Okay, so this was your spring 2019 forecast readings. I will see you in the upcoming summer forecast videos. If you liked it, leave a like. If you like my content, please subscribe. Sending you blessings for spring. Take care and be well.